Bangalore is hosting the international conference Fairtrade in India Sustainability, Markets and Impact at the Chancery Pavilion. This today event brings together global and Indian producers, businesses, policymakers, and sustainability leaders. Supported by the European Union's Switch Asia program and ECFFPA, the conference focuses on urgent priorities, climate action, ethical sourcing, and producer empowerment. At the opening plenary, leaders called for trade that is sustainable, inclusive, and fair. EU Minister-Councillor Frank Violt highlighted Europe's partnership with India to build transparent and climate-resilient supply chains, with producers as leaders of sustainable growth. Fairtrade International CEO, Lisa Prasak, said true progress comes when every farmer can sell their produce on fair terms, and supply chains become engines of equity and shared prosperity. Blaise Disbords of Max Havelaar France noted that Fairtrade connects economic empowerment with environmental protection, offering consumers credible and sustainable alternatives. Claudia Bruck from Fairtrade Germany described Fairtrade as a global movement that proves economic success and social responsibility can go hand in hand. Bindu S., CEO of Fairtrade NAP, emphasized India's leadership, with over 1 lakh farmers and workers driving sustainable trade, especially women and youth who are reshaping supply chains. Abhishek Jani, CEO of Fairtrade India, revealed that Fairtrade fashion sales have doubled, with one garment sold every minute. The gross merchandise value of Fairtrade products has tripled in just 2 years, reflecting India's rising commitment to fairness and sustainability. Over the next 2 days, the conference will explore topics from decarbonization in textiles to EU regulations, livelihoods, and sustainable fashion, culminating in the launch of Mosegi India Private Limited and its Fairtrade-powered brand Mosegi, marking a new chapter for ethical trade in India.
Good morning. My name is Abhishek Jani and I'm the CEO of Fairtrade India Project. Our work at Fairtrade is to ensure that more sustainable practices are being followed in the agricultural value chains so that there is no environmental exploitation and no social exploitation. And in return, we work with farmers to ensure that they get a better price and a better livelihood. Today, we are meeting here at the second National Fairtrade in India Conference and Recognition event being held at the Chancery Pavilion in Bangalore. It is incredible to see the energy. We have had a resounding response. At the first conference, we had about 150 delegates. This time around, we have more than 250 delegates who have registered. So that shows that there is a lot of growth. A lot of people are interested to understand about it. The opening plenary session actually had our distinguished guests coming from Europe. So we had the CEO of Max Havelaar France, who was also at the plenary. We had executive board member from Fairtrade Germany. We also had our Fairtrade International CEO, Ms. Lisa Prasak, who was here. And importantly, we had Minister Councillor Frank Violt from the European Union delegation. So it was a pretty high-powered panel, along with the representation from India coming from Ms. Bindu, who's the CEO of Fairtrade NAP, and myself from Fairtrade India. The discussions at the opening plenary were quite insightful. They showed that there is a huge relevance to the Fairtrade work in India, in the context of climate change, in the context of the global trade issues which are happening and which are affecting farmers across India and the world. And Fairtrade provides a vehicle through which sustainable practices can be followed and businesses are then able to access international markets on more sustainable basis and also create a market in India. In India, actually, we're seeing that the Fairtrade market is growing by leaps and bounds. Over the last 2 years, the Fairtrade markets has grown by more than 3 times. In 2022, the Fairtrade market size was around 24 crore. In 2024, the market size has crossed 77 crore rupees. So that just shows that the scale at which the Fairtrade market is growing in India is significant. We are also getting traction from fantastic brands. Being Human, Indian Terrain are the leading fashion brands in India who are supporting Fairtrade and have launched significant collections in Fairtrade. L'Oreal has got its merchandising which is going as Fairtrade. We even have a school, Vidyashilp Academy, which is sourcing its uniforms as Fairtrade. We've had tea brands in India like O2 Tea, Life by Flawless, tea cultures of the world, which have also launched Fairtrade products in India, along with Makai Bari tea. We have spice branded brands, we have coffee brands, we have football brands, we have cosmetic brands like Kimreka also working with us here in Fairtrade. So there's a diversity and a basket of products, and the idea is that we are providing consumer a choice through which they can choose more sustainable products which are not harming the environment, which are paying the farmers a better price, and in return they're getting great quality products and ensuring that they are contributing to the welfare of the planet and the people.